Hello AB and everyone in Intro to Communications. Today sadly it will just be Amber and I, but that is okay. We will be talking about drug abuse and how to solve it in our community. We really want to focus on helping our generations to come because drug abuse has gone out of control. According to NIDA in 2013, there were about 19.8 million people using drugs, street and prescription drugs, which is terrifying. It has been 6 years since then, so those numbers have probably risen a lot. And obviously we know that they have had to have risen because we see syringes and needles and deadly drugs all around us all the time in streets, in parking lots, in hotels, in places where little kids could find them, and that is what is really scary. I believe that trying to push schools to teach drug abuse is a huge problem. We need to push it more. They don't actually show you what happens and all the side effects and how scary drugs actually are. So pushing health teachers into teaching students the reality of drugs should be at the top of our list. And drug abuse can be a really scary thing. So if anyone needs help or wants to find more information on it, you can always go to doctors' offices, counselors' offices, rehab facilities. You can even call 211 for help. And if anyone has anyone that they know personally, like I do, I have a cousin that has been up and down a lot lately. We sent her to Minnesota Adult and Teen Challenge Northland Center, and it is a great place for family and friends if you know anyone who needs some help. So Amber and I will be putting a link down below if you want to look at it at all. So yeah.
Treatment facilities are a great place to find help with addiction. They can offer friendship, counseling, medication management, temporary housing, and resources to getting back on track with life and maintaining a drug-free and sober life. As stated earlier in this video, education is the #1 factor to trying to prevent drug abuse. The National Institute on Drug Abuse reported that children are already using drugs by the age of 12, and the American Addiction Center stated that in 2017, 741,000 adolescents from the ages of 12 to 17 have or are currently suffering from illicit drug disorders or drug abuse. This is a terrible thing to think about when we think about our youth. Drug abuse affects anyone at any age, but there are steps to try to stop the abuse. As a community, there are a few steps that we can take to stop it or try to decrease it. First is to identify the specific drug and/or drugs and the problems in our community. We need to know the issues before we can try and fix them. Second, we need to build on existing resources such as our drug abuse prevention programs and rehabilitation centers, as well as counseling. Third, focus on how to create more of these prevention and educational programs and educate the community so that they are able to help as well. How to get the word out about these programs and what they can offer for people for support is huge. Being consistent with education, creating access and places for people to go, to talk freely and feel safe, as well as being involved. These are all huge steps in creating a better and safer place for drug-free. Hopefully, after this video, people can see things that we need to do as a community to make things better on drug addiction and have more awareness of the amount of usage that goes on, as well as the awareness on how and where to get help. Thank you.